and welcome to our final project presentation for the Honors Chinese Calligraphy course by Sarah Harn and Hannah Allen. Today we'll be sharing more info about the Chinese seal script as well as evaluating each other's own seal script pieces. The literal translation of the Chinese name for seal script is decorative engraving script, a name coined during the Han Dynasty which reflects the then reduced role of the script for the writing of ceremonial inscriptions. Seal script exists in two major forms. The earlier form, known as large seal script, derived from symbols cast on bronze ritual vessels from the Shang and Zhou dynasties of the 11th to 3rd century BC. As its linear composition became more regular, seal script inscriptions were used mostly for commemorative records. Its later and more unified form, called small seal script, was specifically devised as a standardized system of writing under the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, who reigned from 221 to 209 BC. Often used for official inscriptions on stone monuments, small seal script is characterized by a symmetrical structure formed with thin, even lines executed with balanced movements. Even though seal script long ago departed from everyday use in China, it still survives and flourishes today on the basis of its exceptional artistic qualities. The brush methods of seal script may appear simple and the variations of its curving lines limited, but the arrangements and structures of such characters are quite diverse and beautiful. Ranging from squarish to flat as well as irregular forms, seal script remains suitable for use in many mediums. A calligrapher theorist of the Tang Dynasty, Sung Guoting, once wrote, quote, "Seal script upholds curving and flowing," quote, identifying two of the obvious and important defining criteria for appreciating it. For seal script to attain a realm of curved linear beauty and graceful flowing, strokes not only need to have fluidity and body, methods of spatial arrangement must also be accommodated, and only then will the unique aesthetic qualities of seal script be made. Some of the most easily recognized artistic qualities of the seal script are the long strokes, the narrow characters, the rounded tip, and the symmetrical balance on both sides.
Seal script differs from other types of script because the characters and strokes are longer and more narrow. Also, emphasis is placed heavily on symmetrical balance of a character, and simpler lines with little variation of thickness are shown in the seal script. As you can see in the clerical script, they use thicker lines. Regular script uses a variation of thickness throughout the characters and strokes. Semi-cursive script uses continuous lines, along with cursive script that uses continuous lines without lifting the brush. We chose to present on seal script because out of all the scripts we learned this semester, we found this one to be most fun to learn about and practice. The thin strokes and narrow characters are very appealing to beginners because of the cohesiveness throughout the works of art.
Hey, this is Sarah. For my self-evaluation, I'm doing a piece over the Chinese meaning, traveling thousands of miles. I believe overall I did a pretty good job on this piece. I like how consistent the thickness of my strokes are in all of the characters. I also think I did a fair job at keeping my characters symmetrical and just the balance I had throughout. I do know that I need to improve on my transitions in my strokes, not only in this script but some of the other ones as well. But I also liked how my signature in this piece was written, and I just felt more confident in it at this point in the semester.
This is Hannah, and I'm going to be evaluating a piece of Sarah's seal work. Overall, I thought she did a very nice job. She uses thin and equal lines throughout the piece. She also makes sure that there's symmetrical balance on either side of the character. My only critique is that the thickness of the fourth character is a little thicker than the other characters in the piece. I like that her date and signature are cohesive to the rest of her piece. Nice job, Sarah. Now I'm going to be evaluating a piece of my own work. The literal meaning of this piece of work is not doing, but that could be translated to going with the flow. I think I did fairly well in this piece, but after looking at Sarah's work, I don't like that my date and signature are in a different style. I think that the characters are elongated and fairly consistent in thickness, but one critique I do have is that my horizontal line in the first character is too thick in comparison to the rest of the work. Otherwise, I think that the characters are balanced on either side, which is what we want to see for seal script work.
First off, awesome job, Hannah. I like how elongated your characters are and also how you were able to keep the same thickness throughout. Even though the bottom character is not a naturally symmetrical character, you did a great job making it look balanced. I do wish your name and date would be a little more separated so I could differentiate between them easier. But it was fun to see and learn these new characters and learn a new Chinese meaning. And that is all. Thank you, Professor Wong, for teaching us this semester. We really appreciate you.